You know what I've said hasn't happened enough during this war between brothers is a good old-fashioned war crime. And we got one this week where we decide to kill surrendering prisoners because why not? Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me as always is Prospector Johnny. And Johnny, shit happens this week. We've got it's been quiet.
No, stop.
I got notes.
Does the war end?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Kind of a lot of bad things for the Union, to be honest, this week.
Oh, cool. Yeah, actually, you know what? At this point, I don't even care which way the war ends. Just end it.
Just end it. Yeah, I got you.
Fine.
So we're going to open up.
We'll figure out a way to free the slaves anyway. We'll get there.
Well, a lot of states have already done that.
Like
Tennessee, Louisiana, we're already they're already adopting
the ones that we took over
and saying we're done with it. The ones that we took over in the South, yeah.
I'm just saying, if they end up winning, let them have it. Fine, whatever. I don't care. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. In any case, Johnny, this week opens up with some action on the 8th with the Battle of Sabine Crossroads, which is also known as Mansfield, Louisiana. Confederate forces underneath Taylor are finally going to make a stand at Sabine Crossroads against Banks's forces that are actually, at this point, spread out rather unconnectedly through their march. Their gunboats...
Is this why they took a stand, or did they just luck out with that?
Combination of lucky out with it, this was a good defendable location, and the river's low, so all the gunboats that have been following Banks's forces are not able to assist in said battle. Banks is going to order his forces to be consolidated, but not before the Confederates underneath Taylor push him back. He loses several of his artillery pieces, and his flanks actually are going to wind up falling, and his men are in full panic retreat. Things look really bad because his forces that are retreating actually wind up running smack dab into the supply wagons that are behind them, bogging down the roads.
Right, so they just kind of accordioned
things,
all of their stuff.
Even worse. Thankfully, troops underneath William Henry are going to make a stand, and the Confederate assault peters out, and then they can't push them, and we've got a new defensive line that gets established.
All right, so we kind of went,
yeah,
pretty much. Pushes back a little bit with a spring, and then we're like, and then we're here.
We're here. At night, Banks is going to form a new defensive line at Pleasant Grove. During this first day of the battle, the Federals are going to lose 113 killed, 581 wounded, and 1,541 missing to Confederates that didn't report their losses at all. And the estimates are around 1,000-ish killed, wounded, and missing, but they didn't report it, so we don't know.
They didn't lose anybody, it sounds like.
Sounds like they didn't lose anybody. But good news, Johnny. The Senate is going to pass a resolution 38-6 for the 13th Amendment that's going to abolish slavery. We were just talking about abolishing. We got it.
What?
The amendment. It's not finished. It's not finished. We got to get 2/3 states to vote for it.
Constitution?
Yeah, a new amendment to the Constitution. It says slavery's no more. Well, except if you're being punished because you're a criminal. We can still do that. Assuming 2/3 of the states support this.
Now, are we going to enact a bunch of laws that make most black people kind of criminals by default, just based on their living situations?
Why would we do that, Johnny? That seems like a really awful racist thing to do.
No, you're right. That would be a very terrible thing to do.
That would be a terrible thing to do. We would never
Are the prison systems going to be able to make money off of having
No, that would be stupid. That would be crazy. Why would we ever
No, it's just going to be used for rehabilitation, right?
Yeah.
And the recidivism rates are going to be way down. So that's good. So, okay, cool.
Well,
I hope
all those things.
This 13th Amendment, with the exception of prisons, does not in any way
affect our country.
Shape the United States poorly in the future.
Anyways, Johnny, on April 9th, more fighting at Pleasant Hill. By mid-afternoon, the Confederates are going to assault Banks' forces, pushing him back into his reserve lines when a countercharge drives the Confederate forces back to their starting position, and now it's just death for death because, fuck it, that's what this war is always about.
Yep. Yeah. That's, killed some kids. That's right.
Kids. That's where we're at.
And some, 30-years-olds now.
Federals are going to lose 150 killed. 844 wounded, 375 missing, to Confederates' estimates of 1,600-ish, because again, Why would they report their numbers? Grant is going to issue Army-wide orders.
You can't count that high.
You can't have. Yeah, you might be right. Grant's going to issue Army-wide orders to Meade to assault Lee wherever he goes. Meade, your new objective. I don't care about Richmond. I don't care about anything else. You're going to destroy Lee's army. So where Lee is,
we're going on some man-to-man defense here, where it's just like, all right, I don't care where he is on the floor.
And here's what we're going to do:
tagging him out.
We're going to attack him. And if we lose that battle, doesn't matter. Attack him again. And if you lose that battle, doesn't matter. Attack him again. Knock Lee out the fight. That's Meade's orders. On top of Meade being ordered to knock...
Meade's good at following orders, too, so this is great.
Yeah, it works great. On top of Meade being ordered to knock out Lee, Banks is going to be ordered to move on Mobile, Alabama. Screw what you're doing. Obviously, it's not working. Move on Mobile, Alabama.
No, we're just a complete reset, a different state altogether.
Yeah, go to Alabama.
Louisiana, you know what? We actually have enough of Louisiana. We're good there.
Yeah, we
got a puppet government sort of
relatively
in place,
under control
like
since the start. Yeah. So just go to
Bama. Go to Rock's a fine town.
Sherman has been ordered to take on Joe Johnson, kind of the same thing, destroy Joe Johnson, but down in Georgia. And Sigel has been ordered to move into the Shenandoah Valley, and Butler has been ordered to move against, like Butler, you move against Richmond. Army of Potomac, we don't care about Richmond. Butler, Richmond.
Okay.
Butler, in case you forgot.
No, we're mixing some things up here. I like it.
Is a dude that used to be in Louisiana in Nolens who did maybe some war crimes down in Nolens.
Well, that's good to get him out of there, though, because now in his new area, he will be less likely to do war crimes.
Sure, yeah.
In fact, that's the type of a situation we should use if, I don't know, like police officers in the future misbehave and...
just transfer them?
Just put them in a new department so that they don't do the hate crimes that they were accused of doing in their
that works.
previous role. Well, that's a really good methodology.
On the 10th, Banks is going to pull out of Pleasant Hill and move his forces back down to Grand Ecore, Louisiana, and Steele's forces that were supposed to reinforce Banks, they're going to say, hey, look, it's over, and they're going to move back to Little Rock, Arkansas, effectively ending the Red River Campaign. On the 11th, Banks' army arrives in Acor, and Arkansas elects a pro-union government, Johnny, and surprisingly, pro-union...
What?
Yeah, pro-union government in Arkansas.
That's shocking. And they were allowed to vote.
There are pro-unionists in Virginia who also adopt their own restored state of Virginia constitution that abolishes slavery, despite the Union not having much control in Virginia. Slavery is abolished in Virginia.
Remember, Virginia already lost a chunk of Virginia.
Half their state, West Virginia. Yeah, they did.
Because
they did.
It was always a kind of like a mixed bag of a state.
It was. The western portion of it said we're done, and that they're now.
They legit said no. We're out and back.
Out of date. I need to add a couple of stars because.
Yes. Dope design though.
That's why I've kept it, because, it looks like a future video game.
Really, the United States probably should have ended there at that flag. I think we had done enough. We were fine.
And Johnny, we get war crimes on the 12th.
Oh, shucks.
Nathan Bedford Forrest, he's going to raid Fort Pillow and capture it, leaving a wake of war crimes in his path. He assaults the fort after an agreed-upon ceasefire was given. Oops. They both agreed that, hey, look, we're giving an hour, and then they said, no, I'm only going to give you 20 minutes, and then attacks it anyways during a ceasefire.
All right, maybe he's bad at time management.
Sometimes
I get lost in time.
And then after attacking the fort, allegedly, the fort was half manned by free men of color. The Confederates didn't like that, and even though they surrendered...
The free men of color surrendered?
Yeah, allegedly... The Confederates just mowed them down.
They did not adhere to the surrender. They just said, okay, that means that you are now no longer fighting against me, and that makes it easier.
221 Union soldiers are going to be killed. 130 are going to be wounded.
How? Shit.
On the Union side, with 100-ish total Confederate casualties. Spoiler, these claims are going to be investigated by a committee. looking into the war crimes, stating that no doubt surrendering soldiers were in fact killed by Nathan Bedford Forrest, but whether or not he gave the order is in doubt. And how many of them were killed
by Nathan Bedford Forrest's troops?
No, his troops definitely killed surrendering soldiers.
Yeah, okay.
There's doubt whether or not Nathan Bedford Forrest ordered that.
Told them to, right.
And then they don't know how many, so they go, meh, and no charges are filed against anybody. Death for death. Fuck it. Who cares?
Why? Can you imagine if 150 years in the future they use these types of policing laws and there happens to be a serial killer or something, and they're like, golly, we don't know how many people you killed, so I guess we gotta let you go. It's more than 12, but who knows if it's 30 or 40? I don't know. We can't put a number down, so I guess you win.
Now, to be fair, on the civilian market, yeah, that makes no sense. But in the military market with U.S. war crimes, that seems to track. We're like,
that's what they do. That doesn't make it okay.
We did it, but meh. On the 13th,
but I don't know. We won.
On the 13th, Johnny, General Banks is going to retreat back. Red River campaign's ended. He's continuing to retreat. That's over. Yeah. And the week's going to end on the 14th with federal gunboats repulsing a Confederate attack near Paducah, Kentucky, which is nowhere near you, Johnny. I looked it up. Paducah, Kentucky is like other side, like west? Evansville, Indiana.
Oh, hot damn. No, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So, but they repulsed the attack down there. So we're good anyways.
All right. So we're still good. So all right. Well, I'm mostly just worried about land pirates now. We got goddamn Morgan came through that one time.
That didn't work out for you, no.
It was fine. He let most of us go. He didn't blow down the courthouse. That was nice of him.
That was nice of him, yeah. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Insight. We do all kinds of fun stuff. We talk about Civil War generals that get murdered because they can't keep their male memorabilia in their pants with married wives. We talk about how we thought a pig was so special that when some dude shot it, we had to go to war over it. So check us out. We're kind of cool. We do shorts, which you've probably seen, and you probably haven't seen the long format.